Good evening, YouTubes, or good morning, depending on when this actually finishes loading up. Obviously, I've been having a little bit of trouble lately getting them up on time. Getting them, not it, so shut up, Mr. J. Let's see, today is going to be a update slash pickup video because I did get a bunch of stuff and I'm going to update some other stuff. Let's start with the update portion. This was that Xbox 360 original that I picked up. It works fine. The only couple things with it are it's pretty noisy inside, so I'm assuming it's just full of crud. And then this door is a little sticky, so I'm going to go ahead and take care of that. Rip the whole system apart, fix it all up, put it all back together, and call it a day. The controller he sent me doesn't work at all. I put a different battery pack in it, and I even tried using a cable that's for these battery packs. Didn't work. So I contacted the seller. Really decent guy. He sent me another one. Promises me it works. I haven't tried it out yet because of a reason I'm going to show you in a second. So, if you remember, it was probably back in pickup video number 7. I said that I was trying to foster a relationship with my local pawnbroker, and it's going well. Again, we both like our vehicles and we like cars and stuff, so we get along pretty good, and he's a really decent guy. So I gave him a price list, like I told you guys I was going to do, for systems and things like that, and he contacted me because he had some stuff that he was getting ready to write off because it had been sitting around forever, and he said it didn't work, and I've only gone through a couple of things, and so far I'm doing pretty good with it. First thing I'm going to show you is a black 3DS XL. However, it's not an XL. Don't know how well that's coming across. It's an LL. Now, anybody who is familiar with Japanese market stuff knows that that makes this the Japanese market 3DS LL, XL, whatever you want to call it, and it works perfect. The 3D works, all the games play. However, all the menus are in Japanese. I don't speak Japanese, I don't read Japanese, so it's pretty useless to me. That was the same thing he thought. So he included this in the bundle that I picked up, and this was the winner in the whole bundle. I mean, I picked up the whole bundle just because of this one item. However, I wanted to show you, you see, if you put an American game in there, it reads it just fine. And it says, hey, look, there's an American game in here, let's show it all in English. I wish I could figure out how to change the menu, but I just can't do it. So, anyways, what I'm about to show you is this plus a few other items that totaled $80. However, I've already sold this. As soon as I bought it, I put it on eBay because I knew I wasn't going to keep it, and I sold it for $100. So that's pretty cool. I sold it to a buyer in California, and I made sure to put right in my ad that everything is in Japanese. If you can't read Japanese, you probably shouldn't buy this system. So hopefully that buyer understands it. And I'm not going to be racist here because I'm Korean, so I am half Asian. But his last name kind of is Chinese or Japanese, so he should be fine. Enjoy that when you get it. So that paid for everything else I'm going to show you from the pawnbroker. Number 2, I don't know which one this is, but this is a PS3 Slim, as you can see. He says it powers on, but it didn't read games right. I'm thinking because it's so filthy. And here's its almost identical cousin. And again, very, very poor shape. I don't know too much about these systems. I've never really ripped into them, but I can't imagine it's going to be too hard or too much difficult from ripping apart a 360 system. So I will tear these apart, clean them up as best I can, put them back together and see what they do. He gave me AV cables, but no power cables, but they're just standard Sony PlayStation style cables, so I think I've got a couple of those left. And then third is a slim Xbox 360. It was the 4 gig model, but it does have a slot for a hard drive, so I can expand it out. However, it was absolutely filled with crud. It still is. I'm in the middle of taking it apart, as you can see. It opens a little slowly, and then it will read the games, but when it starts playing the games, it just shuts down. but it doesn't give me a red ring or anything. It just turns off and resets the system. So I gotta investigate that and see why it's doing that. Once I'm done with that, then I'll keep this slim like I said I was going to do and sell this. So that's pretty cool because I'll take that to the flea market with me. Now, I bought this rather than getting it with the package because this thing works fine. It's a wired 360 controller. It's an afterglow and it turns green when it's on. However, I'm thinking I'm going to tear this thing open and rip out those LEDs. Oh, nope, I don't have to. It's got a switch. I didn't even notice that last time. Okay, so I can turn off the afterglow. Good. Because I was playing Medal of Honor the other day and it was so freaking bright. It was driving me freaking nuts. Like a pirate with a steering wheel in his pants. Huh. And then I also got Spectrobes. Focus. Focusing? Alright, anyways. Spectrobes, just because it was cheap. So, that was it from the pawnbroker. And as I've said, and I'm saying it again, make friends with your local pawnbroker, especially if you want to continue to do business with them and get good deals. So, he hooked it up. And I told him to keep on calling me when he gets systems and handheld systems like that in. Obviously, he's not going to keep getting Japanese systems, but I'm sure he'll get more of these that need something like a screen or whatever. And he knows to call me and I will take those off his hand. So, yeah, I made $20 and I have 2 PS3s, an Afterglow controller that I got for almost nothing, and a slim Xbox 360. Can't beat that. Moving on to the pickups. On my way to work today, I stopped at a thrift shop and they had a bunch of stuff. However, not a ton of stuff that I really wanted, but he says he gets stuff every week, so I'm going to go back and check again. First thing he had was for the PlayStation 2 Celebrity Deathmatch Complete. I've just always wanted to play it. I know it's not a valuable game or anything, but it was $2, so that's cool. Continuing with my factory sealed kick that I seem to be on, at least when it comes to luck and finding stuff, a sealed copy of Jet Fighter 4 Fortress America on the PC. That was $1. And then, unfortunately, the game was broken. It literally had a bunch of cracks in where the disc is held down. So he just gave me the case for free, but he had to throw away the game, which is fine because obviously when the disc centers crack like that, it's not going to work anymore. So I'll keep checking back with this place because I didn't realize it was as big as it was, and they actually had a ton of cool stuff. I just only had 15 minutes before I had to go to work, so I didn't get a good look around. So we'll see if I buy anything else. And then we have here a bunch of stuff from eBay. Yes, eBay. Oh boy, it's the eBay. Yeah, a few more PlayStation games loose. I got this whole lot for $20, and it's 26 games in total. So a few loose discs. They got scratches, but they look like they'll play. I'll have to test them. Although the guy, when he packed them, just left these loose inside of a box without even putting them like in an envelope or wrapping them in a piece of paper. So these things slid around all up inside there and got even more scratched up. So I'm a little pissed at that, and I'm going to send him a note because I didn't leave him feedback yet and say, hey man, you know, you're going to have to do something for me because you basically ruined, you know, I don't care about like Tony Hawk or the first Battlefield. But I like Midnight Club, and I like Kingdom Hearts, and I like Vice City, and, oh, wait, that's just Fantastic Four. I don't care about that one. But you know what I'm saying. I paid you for games that should work. You should send them in working condition, you turd. Okay, let's go through the games that are in cases. Star Wars 2, the original trilogy, The Incredibles. And most of these are complete, but of course this one isn't because I happen to use the words most of them are complete. Grand Theft Auto 3, it says it's the double pack. So I'm assuming this is the one that came in the little cardboard box and was supposed to come with one of the other games, probably San Andreas or something. It isn't in there. Another copy of God of War. I'll see which disc is better and keep that. Some weird kids style games. Fairly Odd Parents Breaking the Rules. Cabela's Big Game Hunter. I also noticed, guys, that when I was holding them like this, I was basically covering half the cover, so I'm going to make sure to hold them like that from now on. A complete copy of Ben 10 Protector of Earth. I have just a disc only up on the shelf there, so that's cool. ATV Off-Road Fury 2. Red Dead Revolver. I've never actually played this one. I've only played Red Dead Redemption. I know they're completely different games, but still, I want to give it a shot. It's a Rockstar game. Nickelodeon Unite. It's a THQ game. It seems to be some kind of a fighting game. Okay. NBA Live 2003. Naruto Ultimate Ninja 2 in very scratch shape, so I'm going to have to try to get this one resurfaced. But it is complete, so as long as it plays, we'll be good there. Metal Gear Solid 2 Sons of Liberty, disc only, well, disc in the case. When I say disc only, I mean no manual. But the disc is in pretty good shape. Another Madden game, Madden 09. Pretty sure I already have this one, but whatever. Sonic Riders Zero Gravity. My first PlayStation 2 wrestling game, WWF, or excuse me, WWE, since they lost the lawsuit with the Wildlife Federation. Yeah, SmackDown versus Raw 2006. Haven't actually played a wrestling game since the Nintendo 64, so that shows you how long ago that was. Tony Hawk's American Wasteland. Complete. Tak 2, The Staff of Dreams. Complete. And yet another Splinter Cell game. Splinter Cell Pandora Tomorrow. Complete. So, there you go. In terms of the flea market, I am going to go, well, when you're seeing this, it's Thursday. I have to go Friday morning in order to reserve the table. And it's a very reasonable price out here. It's $16 for a day. So I'm just going to do it on Sunday because that's my only day off this week. And we'll just see if I enjoy it. I'm going to take, a bunch of this stuff. And I'm sure once I get one of the systems working, I'll take one of those. Probably the Fat 360. All those games that I know I don't care about. And probably the rest of my comic book collection that has unfortunately been dwindled due to theft and family giving them away is what I mean. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. I'll try to maybe bring the phone to do some footage while I'm there. Maybe I'll just duck into the car and let you guys know when I sell stuff. I've downloaded Movie Maker, so we'll see if I can start doing some editing that way. I'm gonna have to practice. If not, then we'll just wait until the day's over. I'll do a one take and tell you all what's sold. So there you go. Hopefully this tides you over till tomorrow, or technically Friday. Again, depends on when this loads. Yeah. Any questions? Leave them down below. Any comments? Comments? What's a comment? I don't know. What's a comment you? Any comments? Leave them down below. Feel free to like the video or dislike the video. However, if you dislike it, I'm going to come after you with this bent pocket knife that doesn't cut anything. But you're going to be really freaked out about it. Alright, thank you.